Welcome to part 8. Here we'll be doing a flowchart for checking ascending order of elements of a 1D array of integers. Let me just... Sorry, that was just my lamp. Of course, we started very similarly to almost every example. Let me just quickly swap out the inks in my pen. Alright. So we have n, and of course we input the digits in our array until one before n. We start our classic loop. I mean, I keep saying classic loop, but it's a bit changed almost every time, but I'm saying classic because we're just using I and something and compared to n. So we put our condition. We make that when it's false, we output yes. And I put it in quotation marks. Oh, sorry, you can't see it. I put the output in quotation marks because it's text. It's not a digit or variable. So you have to put it into these quotation marks, and then we go into stop. Now, I didn't write it in here, but now you might think this is correct. This is not correct, because here we'll be changing ascending order. So we'll be comparing one after the other. And something that you should keep in mind, if I is smaller than n, then for example in such a flowchart, such an array, you will check this one with this one with this one with this, and at that point I is 3, but it's not smaller than n. And so what you will end up comparing this with something that's outside of the array, and you don't want this, so we put n minus 1 to stop this from happening. Of course, when this is true, we start our operations, or our checking. Let me just make the arrow longer. Alright. We make another condition, because we want to know whether the next digit is actually bigger than the one that we have now. And if it's not bigger, we will already output. And why is this? Well, this is because if there's just at least one digit that breaks ascending order, the entire array is not in ascending order. So this is very easily just like a quick escape. It would be, you could think to have a counter to see how many digits are not in ascending order. However, that is just not useful, and this is far better. Now, of course, if it is, what we do is we increment I. Because this we aren't putting digits into ascending order. We are just we're just checking rather. Now, if you were to check descending, then we could change this condition. Now, or we could change this, and it just depends on how you go about it. If you would want to do descending, you can check from left to right, and so that way, in that case, you'd put I is n minus 1, and here checking that I is bigger than n minus bigger than 0. And here we would change this condition to see whether AI is smaller than AI plus 1. So this one stays. Or so you could modify this part of the array, of the flowchart, and you would get descending order. Or you could modify this part of the flowchart and get also descending order. For checking not ascending order, for example, I mean, we already know. Oh, sorry, my bad. I didn't think about this one actually, so let me just quickly think about it. With not ascending, you would just essentially do something with descending and saying that it's not, it's not really changing a lot. You just change either this part or this. It's not that difficult.